Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. I am super excited to bring this video to you today. I was contacted by the company MuscleFood a couple of weeks ago and they asked me if I was interested in their Do the Unthinkable campaign, and I immediately went back to them and said, let me check it out because I am already a massive fan of MuscleFood, so I am sure this program is going to be amazing. And when I started looking into it, I realised that I'd already actually seen a lot about this campaign without even realising it, and that was largely through Facebook. So the chances are you may well have seen about this campaign as well and perhaps not quite realised it. So once I realised what it was all about, I went back to MuscleFood and said, yes, absolutely, I would be really happy to be a part of this programme and review it for you. And that is what today's video is all about. So just to explain a little bit about MuscleFood, because like I said, I was already a customer of theirs before they contacted me. As you probably know, we are trying to live as frugally as we possibly can, whilst at the same time not compromising on the quality of the ingredients that we're using for our cooking. And I was aware of MuscleFood through friends and family and things that I've seen on social media. So it was a little while ago now we placed our first MuscleFood order, and essentially what the company do in terms of what we use it for is we buy all of our fresh meat through MuscleFood. It comes in a massive box which I then separate and freeze and basically use that throughout the rest of the month, although generally the packs that we've been buying have been lasting more than a month. So it's a really good affordable way of getting your meat, basically, because meat can be super expensive, and yet proteins like chicken, things like that, if you're anything like us, we get through it really quickly. So we've been absolutely delighted with MuscleFood in that sense. When they reached out to me and they started talking to me about this campaign of theirs called Do the Unthinkable, I instantly knew what kind of territory it was probably going to be in. I knew it was going to be probably some kind of fitness program. So I started to look into it, and it was one of these things that the more I looked into it, the more excited I became, because there are some amazing before and after pictures out there of people who have followed this program and done unbelievably well. We're talking complete body transformational, inspirational territory here. And for me personally, and the weight issues that I've had that you guys know about, I've battled quite a lot. I am determined to nail it in the best way that I can. So the timing of them reaching out to me could not have been better, really, because I do feel like I need a bit of a kick up the bum, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity. So what the MuscleFood Do the Unthinkable campaign is, in a nutshell, is it is an exercise regime and also a healthy eating regime as well, because not only are they going to give you exercises that will really help work you out, and yeah, trust me, they really will work you out, it's also healthy eating as well, so there's even less to think about. So unlike a lot of the other services out there that offer maybe special calorie controlled foods or whatever, they're actually giving you the exercises to go with it too. And what makes their food even more exciting again is the fact that most of it is actually fresh food. So when it's delivered, you need to decide how you're going to store it, whether it be freeze it right away or do what I did and keep it in the fridge and just do a bit of a meal plan and decide what you're going to be eating each day. And it really did take a lot of the pressure off, a lot of the stress off of having to prepare really yummy, tasty, healthy meals. I was a tiny bit apprehensive as to what the quality of the food was going to be like, but already being a MuscleFood customer and a very happy one at that, I had absolutely nothing to worry about. It arrived in this big box and I just had to separate everything out, have a really good look at everything and basically decide how I wanted to be eating for the rest of the week. And it was so easy. I quickly realised with a lot of the fresh stuff that I had that I was going to have to be perhaps a little bit more organised in the evening when it come to stir frying some of the food and then taking it into work with me, because I followed this programme on my long week at work. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I was at work and I thought, I really don't know how I'm going to do this. This is kind of out of my comfort zone because normally I do all my meal prep on a Sunday. It generally involves pasta and then I'm eating it for the next few days. Whereas this, the focus was much more on fresh vegetables and your protein as well. So I thought, okay, we're just going to go with it and it will be fine. And you know what? It absolutely was. On the 3 days that I worked, I took in some amazingly yummy food and it's really opened my mind to the types of food that I could and should be taking to work with me, because I was becoming quite heavily reliant on, like I said, pasta and that kind of stuff filling me up, when actually I was taking into work with me a beautiful tub of really nice stir-fried veggies, really nice meat, whether it's pork or chicken or something, and it was actually really filling, really tasty, and I was really looking forward to lunchtime. So I had absolutely nothing to worry about in that respect. So if you work full-time and you're wondering how you're going to factor this in, it's actually a lot easier than you probably would think it is. So in terms of the food that they sent me, it is all ready meal format, so there's no waste at all. You can look at what it is that you're preparing yourself and know that all of that portion is for you, and trust me, some of the portions were absolutely huge, and as a hungry girl, I'm hungry all the time, that was a big relief, because generally speaking, when you're following a diet, particularly something like this, the portions are usually really small and you know that you're going to have to get used to it and there's going to be a real period of adjustment. And I honestly never found that with following this at all. It was completely easy. It slotted into my daily life incredibly easy, and I am massively going to miss it because I would definitely very happily carry on, because there are still lots of foods that I didn't actually get to try. As well as the ready meals that they sent me, I've also got this as well, and what's fantastic about this is it's essentially got lots and lots of recipes in it, which, as I said, being a MuscleFood customer anyway, is absolutely fantastic, because this will be utilising a lot of the lovely meats that they've been sending me, and then you just add various bits to it to make lots of yummy things. So I've been really having a good look through this for when the food does run out that they've sent me, and I know that I can hit the ground running and actually make some really tasty different dishes from scratch myself using their fantastic recipes. So this wouldn't be Do the Unthinkable if there wasn't a challenging element to it, because trust me, the eating the food part is definitely not the challenging bit. It's very tasty, very easy, very convenient. I'm a happy girl. The hard part for me is the exercise, and boy, am I unfit. I thought I was not too bad, but wow, am I unfit. Because what they also sent me is a workout DVD, and this one is Disc 1, Phase 1, The Base. So I'm really curious to see where these DVDs go and how much harder they get, because this first one is tricky. But generally speaking, with anything that's worthwhile, you've got to put in the hard work as well. And what that also comes with is this chart here, where you can chart your progress. And I should have actually ticked here as well, because I've also done my next workout too. What I really like about this is it takes the guesswork out of what you're supposed to be doing. So you know on each day exactly what it is that you're doing when you're having a rest day. The green days are fitness tests as well. You start out doing a fitness test, which, Oh my goodness, I'm glad there were 2 rest days after that. That's all I can say, because it was very challenging. But it's been a real pleasure to follow this. It is hard work, and like I said, I am not particularly fit, and I do have a lot of weight that needs to be shifted. But it's nice to be able to do something that feels very comprehensive in terms of a workout, because you know me, I love my cycling. That's fantastic, it's great cardio, but it doesn't feel like a really comprehensive workout. Whereas doing something like this and actually following a DVD, it just makes you realise what extra it is that you could be working out on and actually improving your fitness even more. So there are various different types of activities that you'll do. Like I said, there's a fitness test that you'll notice you do at the beginning and the end of each month, which I think is a fantastic way of just keeping a track of your progress, because you write your scores down with the idea that obviously the next time you do it, you're going to be able to smash those scores and feel absolutely amazing about how much you've actually achieved and how much you've improved. There's also circuit training as well, which I actually did this morning, and I didn't find it too bad actually. I did have the 4-year-old boy around my ankles, very keen to join in as well. He can do mean mountain climbers, he can do them a lot better than I can, but he was really enjoying it as well actually. So if you're wondering about, you know, if you've got little kids running around or something, get them involved. I think they really would enjoy it. He had an absolute whale of a time this morning. The philosophy behind all of this exercise is, you've probably heard about HIIT training or high intensity training, where you're basically working your body as hard as you can for a short period of time and then having a rest, and kind of doing that repeatedly. And I believe each of the exercise routines are half an hour. And half an hour, you kind of think to yourself, that's not too bad at all. What can you achieve in that time? Trust me, you can achieve a lot in that time, to the point that you will be absolutely dripping with sweat if you've done it properly, because it's exhausting. So it's a really, really good, efficient half an hour workout. There's a little thing on the screen that shows you how much left you've got, not just of each thing that you're doing, but also a general countdown as well, which is a fantastic motivator, because you can be working out and thinking, oh, I'm near death, how close to the end are we? And you just look up and you think, okay, we're nearly there, it's all good. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how my body transforms over the next 90 days. I am pretty much right at the beginning of this journey. I have been testing out the food and I've been loving it. I've been seriously impressed by how tasty it is, how well thought out it is in terms of not compromising flavour, so you're getting lots and lots of flavour, lots of yummy, yummy food, and also the fresh ingredients as well, because for the first few days I was just eating stir fries, and trust me, that was no chore. I absolutely love a good stir fry, and the fact that everything's ready for you to just kind of chuck in the wok, particularly after you've been at work all day, massively appealed to me. And particularly with the stir-fried dishes, you do kind of feel as though you're still actually cooking something as well. And for me, that's quite important, because I do absolutely love cooking. And obviously with it being a stir-fry, you can also add more of your own veggies in there or whatever, which is exactly what I did when I had some tender stem broccoli that had to be used up. I thought, I know exactly what I can do with that, and I chucked it in with the stir fry that I had one day. So it's still customizable, which is fantastic. Something I haven't mentioned yet about the food is the fact that you are also given 3 snacks a day, which is pretty generous really, I think, and those snacks are super yummy. You can choose chicken on a stick and you get an absolute ton of chicken, and it's really tasty. The Chinese chicken on a stick was probably my favourite. That one was yummy. There's also saurine malt loaf bars, crisps, popcorn, Naked bars as well, if you've heard of the brand. So it's not all kind of MuscleFood branded stuff, there's other brands in there as well. So it gives you the chance to try other brands, see what's out there, and actually find some really yummy snacks that are actually quite healthy too. If you are wondering about the costs of this at all, it's actually much more affordable than you'd probably think it is, because if, like me, you've looked into these diet delivery programs before where they send you the food, they can be eye-wateringly expensive, particularly the ones where it comes to actually sending you fresh ingredients, because it's obviously a lot more expensive to do that. And with the food that MuscleFood sends you, with a lot of them, you're literally getting vegetables and your protein, and they're very generous with the protein that they give you as well. So you'd be forgiven for thinking that it was quite expensive. But in terms of them providing you with your breakfast, lunch and dinner every day, whether that's for 5, 6 or 7 days, and then 3 snacks every single day, which, can you tell that I like that bit? I like my snacks. It's actually a lot more affordable than you'd think it would be. If, like me, you'd be interested in doing the Monday to Friday plan and having a weekend off, then that would work out to just £2 a meal, or £60 for the week. And like I said, that's your breakfast, lunch and dinner for 5 days, and then 15 snacks. Plus, when you put your order through as well, you get lots of extras as well that come free on top of that. The most popular option that people go for is the 6-day week, so just having 1 day off, and it's entirely up to you what day you want to have off. Of course, you don't have to have Sunday off, you can have a different day off if you wanted to, which works out to £1.91 a meal, or £69 for the 6 days. And then for 7 days, which is no days off at all, it's £1.88 per meal, or £79. And this will then go on to a rolling weekly delivery. So if you want to cancel at any point, you can do. Otherwise, you've got the peace of mind of knowing that that delivery will arrive and you'll be set for another week of amazing food. If any of this has been of interest to you and you'd like to check it out and see how you get on following the Do the Unthinkable campaign, then of course I have got a code for you guys, and I'll put all of the details down below in terms of the website, what the code is, all that kind of stuff. But if you do want to use my code, then it's WK as in WavyKate and then number 5, so WK5, and that will get you £5 off your first order. So I really hope you found this video interesting in terms of this introduction to MuscleFood's Do the Unthinkable campaign. Like I said, if you are interested to the point of wanting to place an order, all the information will be down below, and don't forget to use my code WK5 because you'll get £5 off your first order. And I will be doing videos in the coming weeks, months, just to show you my progress. Fingers crossed it all goes really, really well. I am motivated, I'm excited, I'm in the right headspace. The exercises are hard, but I know it's going to be worth it in the end. I think this program is absolutely fantastic, so let me know if you join it too, and we can go on this journey together. And not that you can actually see it, but the t-shirt that I chose to wear for this video I think is very appropriate, because it says anything is possible, and I believe that. And I keep telling myself that when I say to myself, I want to be fit, healthy, and just the best version of myself that I can be. So on that note, I hope you're all really, really well, and I will see you again soon. Bye.